What's up, people? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 here, and welcome to this edition of the Linux Report. First, our Arch Linux ISO release powered by Linux kernel 5.11 is here. Download now. That's right, Arch Linux 2021.03.01 is now available, and it's the first Arch Linux ISO release to be powered by the latest and greatest Linux kernel 5.11 series, which introduces numerous new features and performance enhancements, as well as new and updated drivers for top-notch hardware support. Linux kernel 5.11 introduces a lot of goodies for AMD users, including AMD Van Gogh and dim gray cavefish GPUs, and the open source AMD GPU driver. It also adds support for Intel Software Guard extensions, SGX, suspend to idle support in user mode, as well as a new system call interception mechanism. Other major changes in Linux kernel 5.11 include support for continuous memory allocator in the RISC-V architecture support for task local storage in the BPF subsystem, big block mode support in the virtual MEM mechanism, and the ability to use 64-bit ARM memory tagging extension. Linux 5.11 also makes it possible to mount overlay FS file systems within a user namespace by an unprivileged process, and re-export file systems mounted over NFS, adds new IOCTL calls in the F2FS file system to give you to control over compressed files, and brings a new needs repair parameter in the XFS file system to block mount operations until the file system is repaired. So if you want to install the Arch Linux install on a new computer with the Linux 5.11 kernel, you can now download the latest. You can now download the Arch Linux 2021.03.01 ISO image from the official website. Existing Arch users won't need to download the new ISO image, but only to update their installations by running the command below in a terminal emulator and reboot their computers once all the updates were installed successfully. And that, people, is it for this edition of the Linux Report. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and until next time, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 saying see you later.